Isikuti and my love. Isikuti. If you've been to a celebration or a political rally in Kenya, then you're familiar with these beats. According to the Department of Culture, the Isikuti dance is a traditional, celebratory, fast-paced, energetic, and passionate dance practiced among the Isuha and the Idaho communities in Western Kenya. It's accompanied by drumming and singing, lero, lero, ni lero. I can already hear its beats calling me, but I'll be calm. It's an integral tool for cultural transmission from one level to another. Which brings me to my ultimate Isikuti experience. At 4 a.m., my alarm went off. This time, I did not touch the snooze button. I was ecstatic. I jumped out of the bed that I had slept on for the night. You see, we had 30 people, I can even say over 30 people sleeping in the house that night. In fact, I had to share a bed with my mother and one of my best friends. I had slept on the edge. Little did I know that this would be the state I would be in for the better part of the day. So I took out my whistle. If you look at an Isikuti dancer, there's one part of the group, there's one fellow who has a small but powerful instrument. So I took the whistle and I went around the house blowing excitedly. I mean, I wasn't received with enthusiasm as this was a Saturday morning at 4 a.m. I mean, who wakes up at such ungodly hours on a weekend? But this was not an ordinary Saturday morning. Lights on, hustle and bustle, all and sundry, scurrying through their assigned tasks. I had written and planned everything to the T. After a prayer led by my prayerful mother, we had a ravishing breakfast to hold us for the day. Photographers, neighbors, makeup artists, well-wishers, children started to flock into the compound. We had to do everything by military precision and be out of the house by 9 a.m. This was especially important to me because I could not keep my love waiting. Just as we finished with the last brush stroke of makeup, we had the drums beating outside. I wanted to go out and start dancing. However, my brothers, my friends, they would not let me. So I sat down smiling, knowing that the day of reckoning had come. However, my two brothers took me aside and asked me, tell us, blink twice if you're being forced. Guys, I didn't even blink once. I was going through with it to the very end. They were convinced and convicted by my answer. So they went off to entertain the guests that had thronged the compound to witness the celebrations at hand. My father, may his soul rest in peace. He should have been there. It was painful. He wasn't part of the day. Death had robbed me of my first ever boyfriend. I forgive Dad for leaving us before my special day. It was painful, but I forgive him. I forgive him, but he's definitely not forgotten in my heart. He lives on. On the other hand, my mother was ululating. I could hear her excitement carrying across the house. She was dancing. I didn't need to see her, but I know she was. I remember her telling us how they would leave ugali on the fire and go follow the Isikuti troop in the village and then come back and serve burnt ugali. However, and they didn't care for the punishment. It was now 10 to 9 a.m. Everything looked splendid. Hair was excellent. Smile, check. White gown, check. I walked down the corridor with panache and went to the crowded sitting room for a final prayer. I felt a rush of emotions and tears started to fall. Tears of joy, tears of excitement, tears of appreciation, and of course, tears of missing my father. I was truly on edge today. I wondered whether my love would be there waiting down the aisle, or would he have changed his mind? Guys, phew, he didn't. Thankfully, we danced to Isikuti until we dropped. To this day, anytime I hear the beats, it reminds me of my love. We celebrated 6 years together this past weekend, and we look forward to more while passing down the tradition to our 3 wonderful sons. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.
Wow. Kindly unmute and clap for Bethany. You know, it's very, very interesting that most of our speakers today, they are doing their